add hurriedly, and by flirting with the customers, he meant cordial relations with customers are advised. Uncle Ned looks outraged by my interruption, but too bad. Family first is trumped by don't get sued. So that's it, I conclude breathlessly. Again, thank you, everyone. That's it. All. Let's open up. You should wear lipstick. I hear Stacy saying to Moran as the to the main entrance to open up, or like lip gloss, or like lip pencil, or like. Oh my gosh. Uncle Ned, I'm sorry I interrupted you, I say. But you can't tell the staff they have to flirt with the customers. We'll get in trouble. Oh, all this health and safety nonsense, says Uncle Ned impatiently. I haven't the time for it. It isn't health and safety, I say, trying even harder to remain polite. See, you're calling out his opinion as though his doesn't matter, though. That's the thing. I mean, let's get on with the book, right? Condescendingly, whatever. It's all good, though. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Why would you even waste your time talking to these people, trying to be polite? You're not even worth arguing with, all right? Telling a staff member they have to flirt with the customers is basically, sexual harassment. All right, tone it down a little girl. Don't you get what he's trying to tell you here? Okay? Like, it's like, I'm not saying sit down, girl, at the table and eat your dinner and shut the fuck up and be my sex slave slut. Like, no one's saying that. Calm the fuck down. Why you gotta get so empowered on your high horse, bro? Sexual harassment. All right. But does anyone know about it, though? And I'm not saying the ends justify the means, but if it's not getting out of hand, you're making it a big deal. You're the one who's promoting that bullshit. The Me Too blowing up like, oh, but you want to have sex with Ryan, right? And supposedly there's no problem with that. Mr. Hollywood, you want to take him to Hollywood with you, and you want to take him for his fucking luxuries, and it's like use him to get up the workplace, right? You help him out, but Uncle Ned, oh yeah, he don't matter though. He's just your old ass uncle, right? Please. All right, Uncle Ned peers at me for an uncomprehendingly moment, then makes a harumphing noise, turns away, and picks up a basket. I mean, the people who write the story are the victors, right? She's writing the story. She's the author, so she's gonna write her own thoughts about what she thinks. Uh, Might as well pick up a few things while I'm here, he says. Now, where can I find an iron? See, you're making it sound like he's trying to be like a cockamamie, like asshole. Like, yeah, might as well, you know. It's like you're making him sound like he's politting you off, like he's like disregarding you, like he's just actually trying to be like, okay, sure. I mean, if we don't agree on things, let's just live it up somehow. I guess at least not make a big deal out of it, right? Let's not make it insufferable per se. All right. Uncle Ann heads off in the direction of the laundry section, and Nicole produces a sheaf of papers from her bag. Here's your psychological profile questionnaire, she says, handing one to Greg. It's scientifically based on like research, so she trails off. You're invited to a party, Greg reads aloud. Do you attend? It depends on the party, he says after a moment's thought. If it's a Dungeons and Dragons party, I'm there. If it's a stag do, I'm there. If it's a garden party with old ladies in fancy dresses, I'm not there. If it's a old ladies, yeah, but if it's young ladies, bro, shut the fuck up, creep. Old ladies. What's wrong with old ladies? I mean, they can't be that old, right? I mean, what are they gonna do? Sue you for Me Too? Like, what are you gonna get sued? It's better that you go to the old lady party. At least they're not gonna yell at you for being some sort of creepy guy. Maybe they have those intentions in the back of their mind, but at least with the old people, they're not gonna call you out on it, and not because you're attractive, but just because they're more chill and more calmed down, polite. Like some old people have good manners, right? They got to old age by not being dicks to people, even if Also, they're just ladies. They're not out to get you, dude. They're old. They're not gonna like yell at you and scratch you and bite you and shit, right? You're safe. I mean, it's not completely safe. Old people are really smart to kick you out real quick, but I mean, why would you go in that party in the first place if you're not invited? I mean, you could be their stripper. Man, I'm just kidding. But you can also be like the champagne guy. I mean, or just be the guy in the corner who doesn't actually the strong man, the bodyguard, or just chill there and be like, I'm one of the crowd. I'm trying to practice being more mature and older or something. Or just be the genuine life of the party. Just dance with them, make them feel relive it, make them have fun at least. People just judge you by your how your looks, It's fucked up, right? But it is what it is. All right. If it's just a party, Nicole cuts him off. A great fun party. The issue is, do you want to go? It's a simple question: party or no party? Morag and Stacy have arrived to the group by now. We all wait for Greg to enter. He thinks for a while longer, his brow deeply furrowed, then looks up. Is there booze? Yes, says Nicole, clearly losing her patience. There is. Look, don't overthink it. Just right. I'm pretty sure you're an owl, she says as she hands Morag a questionnaire. And you're probably a lynx, she heads to Greg. Which means you need to work with a fox. That doesn't sound right, but okay. You think I'm a fox? Queries Stacy, taking the questionnaire. No, says Nicole, definitely not. You're more of an albatross. What is this star sign bullshit? What? Oh my gosh, bro. And who's Greg supposed to work with? Cece opens her eyes wide with that fox innocent look she has. I'm only wondering because it's also scientific and we haven't got any foxes, she adds bleakly. Blithely? I don't know how to pronounce that. Bleakly. Should we hire one? And it is an interesting question though. Would you go to the party or not? I probably, I don't know, like I would, but not if it's with friends or multiple groups of people. Just by myself, partying like in a random, you know, what's wrong with that? Coach, like people in crowds, it's not that bad. If you go to concerts, you go to parties, right? But you're like not there to like be a dick. I probably don't go to parties. Yeah, I isolate from human culture actually, so no, I wouldn't go to parties. I'm wrong, but you can go to enjoy the experience, but not to talk to other people. I guess you can't see anything, so I'd rather not. I even regret going to certain concerts sometimes because of that. I could never go somewhere where they restrict the way you behave in speech and act. That's life. I just stay in my attic room all day, and that's fine by me. I take it how it is with the ass or not in the ass room. All I know is I gotta stay here because I don't want to go out there and see them. Right? Okay. For a moment, Nicole looks caught out. You need to work out more because you don't get out of here. So you need to find time and space to get to do that. As the world becomes more overpopulated, people like me will die out. We will not exist anymore because we'll be overpopulated to the point of exterminationally extinct. So they're like, it's not rare species, more like species that's not adapted for life. The species that's not able to survive and adapt will die. That's me. If I lived longer in the new generations, then I would not make it out alive. Especially with the internet day and age, bro, there's so much bogus witch hunts of cancel cultures, Me Too's, and like slanders of names that they come for you and they hunt you down and they seek you out and find you without a warrant, ask you random questions to get you to get sued or embezzle you or some bullshit where they rob you blind without you knowing your bank account is fleeced out the wazoo or you get robbed without compensation. Like, can't file a report. You get shot if you do. You get put in the ward. This is why I do grinding, not on the grind. Like stay on work because if not, you get put in the white ward and you're stuck in white walls. You can't get out. You're fucking chained to a fucking handcuff, and they inject you with poisons to kill you slowly and surely, to you leading to dementia and death. Well, loss of memories, and you lose the ability to talk even because you're so weak. Can barely even crawl to your spot where you have to go. They don't feed you enough. You wind up withering away, losing strength, and dying because someone will kill you in there or out. And they'll say, "Oh, just an honest mistake, my guy. Too weak to survive. That's just life, bud." Yeah, makes me sick how this world works, man. All right. For a moment, Nicole looks caught out. And then she makes a face of annoyance, a sound of annoyance. Just do the questionnaire, she says. I'm going to do some Instagramming. Greg, you can help. As Nicole leads Greg down one of the aisles, Jake looks around the shop critically. We need to redo this place, he says. It needs a total refit. We should have better flooring, spotlights, some awesome artwork. He breaks off, staring at the short shop door in horror. Give me strength, he breathes. Who was that repulsive wreck? That's not a repulsive wreck, I say indignantly as I follow his gaze. That's Sheila. Okay, so maybe Sheila isn't one of the beautiful people. She's overweight and shabby, with her woolen hat and her and ancient carrier bags. But she's a regular. She's one of us. She waves at me cheerfully, and she heads to the back, where I know she'll spend hours examining cake liners and piping bags. She has to go, says Jake firmly. She's not a good look. She's a customer, not a look, I retort. But Jake's not listening. We need to redo the whole place, he says again, running at one of from Kittle's shelves. Then what he thought she was an employee or some shit. I don't know what he was. I don't know what the story was trying to lead him to there, saying it. It was weird. Okay, we need to redo the whole place. He says again, prodding at one of the functional shelves. We should hire an interior designer. I have a familiar tweak of anxiety. Why does Jake always have to be so grand? Oh, grand. The word of the day. Just kidding. It's always the word of the day in my life. That word never leaves me. It haunts me in the back of my mind. Let's just leave it at that. Let's not get into that too much, all right? All right, let's move on from that one. Okay, please. All right. I don't think we've got the funds for that, I say. How do you know? He shoots back. Well, I don't know, but you know how ridiculously cautious mom is. She just stop, what's the word? Enabling? Like, accept, like, acknowledging his calls for claims of things. Because he just keeps leading her into more and more little detours where he gets the things he wants and shit. But she does not know how to say not that way, right? You know how ridiculously cautious mom is. I'm sure you got a big cash reserve. Jake eyes Sheila again with distaste. She looks like a bloody tramp. Well, let's introduce a dress code, shall we? I say with a flash of sarcasm I don't usually dare use with Jake. What the fuck? No, I mean, maybe y'all shouldn't work in the same company? Because if it's gonna go down like that, with sarcasm and microaggressions, it's not gonna fly well with the both of you. You guys don't like each other, clearly. The fuck? Yes, says Jake with emphasis. This is actually not a bad idea. Ah, Bob, he adds, looking over my shoulder. Just the man. What I do feel like is the dress code. I mean, it might be a good call sometimes. Like, I feel like Fixie's the kind of girl who likes to see a guy in a stripper pole while she eats a guy's asshole because he's a metrosexual fag who likes to show off himself exhibitionistly. Well, she does the same and just rips off her clothes for Ryan, the first Ryan Seacrest she sees. You know what I mean? I'm not into that kind of shit. And I agree with Jake with that point. If you dress like a hoe, you're gonna get hoed on, you know? Act like a bitch, get treated like a bitch. Stupid prizes, bro. Played stupid games, stupid prizes. If you get called a misogynist for pointing out that the girl's ass looks nice when she's wearing a bikini in public, sure. I mean, it is what it is. Recording, you're like, why are you looking at my ass? Why are you staring at me? Because he has eyes and he wants to look where he does. If you complain, that's up to you. You're the one expressing your freedom, right? Go ahead, be free, but don't say to people that they can't say what they want as well when they want to be free. You know, if it's misogynistic, then he's being a misogynist. Istic, you know, might as well be a spastic at that point. Saying, imagine being naked and the guy's not supposed to be sexually attracted. You know, that's the thing I don't buy into. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say here, right? Um, I turn to see Bob entering the store in his sensible slacks and jacket, looking slightly confused as Jake greeting him. Hi, Bob. I say, my brother and sister are in the store today. I want to talk to you about money, says Jake without any preamble. Can we go somewhere in the back room? He sweeps Bob off, and I look around the store to check that all is, is as it should be. It's kind of awkward how he just grabs him and that's it. They're in the back, like out of nowhere, like easy clap. Like he's just not there to talk to Fixie. Talking about money. Let's move on. Like his son was authority. Like the daughter's authority. Like her mom's not the figure of the guy she should be talking to. Like randomly, oh yeah, just the guy, the brother. Yeah, it's fine. I'd be fucking nervous asking him in front of Fixie, bro. I'd be like, why are you asking me about money specifically? And why does Fixie not trying to talk to him? Like, why doesn't she say, oh, money? Well, first off, let's all handle the money, you know? But she doesn't choose to complain when she could as well. Like, what the fuck? You're dropping the ball, man. Don't complain about people dropping the ball when you drop it as well, right? Whatever, though. All we care about is Ryan in the story, right? Breeze, we need to fucking get some air, some breathe. And all leaves me, sets me like a freedom freeze, bro. Like, I'm frozen, man. It's just whack, bro. All right. He sweeps all off, and I look around the store to check that all is as it should be. That's the thing; it's all as it should be. That's kind of creepy to me. That phrase, like, what? So things aren't supposed to change? That at all? That creeps me out a bit. All as it should be. Like what? If you have a rain, is the world not all as it should be? There's rain. Are you able to change that? No, dumbass. All right. Uncle Ned is still roaming the aisles, filling a basket with items. He's got an iron, a teapot, and one of the our wipe clean tablecloths. And I feel a sudden warmth that he's supporting us so generously. Why wouldn't he? He's your uncle. He's not there to kick your ass. He's there to help you out if he can. Although he's also a cunt. He's not there to just drown you. He's also there for Jake and what's her face? Nicole. He's not just there for you. You make it seem weird. Like he's hunting you out. He's trying to raise you because your mom left for a vacation for now. What don't you get about that part at least? Like if he didn't care to be there, he wouldn't have invited himself twice. Like even if he's just there to eat, as long as he's there to show up, that's what means something. That should mean something, not just him helping you out with the generosities and stuff. Man, that makes me a little sick, yo. Like, he's supporting us. Oh, thanks for the help, bro. Peace, bitch. Like the clout shit. Then, as my gaze sweeps around, I blink disconcerted. Nicole has taken off her coat and is in tight jeans and a very revealing crop top. She's draping herself over a rack of saucepans and instructing Greg to take photos of her with her phone while her open up wheelie case blocks the entire aisle. I need to look sexy, she says, playing with her hair. Do I look sexy? Yeah, says Greg in a strangled tone. Yeah, you do. Can you see the saucepans? I say, hurrying over. Can you see any products in the shot? It's not about the products. It's not about saucepans, my bad. Read it bad, wrong. It's not about saucepans, says Nicole, rolling her eyes. It's about who is the face of the farce. I'm about to reply when I see two women in jeans and cardigans coming in. I wait for Meringue to greet them. One wants to be the hero, one wants to be the face, and the other one wants to be the goody two shoes. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure about the goody two shoes. I may be wrong about Fixie. I'm not sure about Fixie at the savior. There you go. I guess. But I reply when I see two women in jeans and cardigans coming in. At least Fixie's auditioning for a bigger role or something like that, I guess. But it's not a grandiose role, I guess. Just not coming off as that besmirching of her tarnished reputation already. Whatever, though. I mean, of course, it's already vague that she's cunt, but let's just not go into that too much because she's already shown it to be. I'm not going to go back on my words, but let's just leave it at that, right? About to reply when I see two women in jeans and cardigans coming in. I wait for Meringue to greet them. She's sitting on a stool, frowning bewilderedly over her questionnaire. She hasn't even noticed the customers. I'm about to go and greet them myself when Stacy comes sidling up. I just asked your uncle if he wanted me to start ringing up his purchases, she begins. But he said he doesn't have to pay anything because he's a temporary director. What the fuck? He what? I said before I could stop myself. That's what he said. Stacy shrugs, reckons it's all a freebie. He's having me on, right? I stared at her dumbly. We've already done a friends and family discount of 20%. We've always done a friends and family discount of 20%. We haven't said help yourself to anything in the shop. family first, I'm reminding myself frantically. I can't criticize Uncle Ned to Stacy, even though I'm secretly thinking, how dare he? Well, I say playing for time. We haven't worked out all the details. As I'm speaking, I watch the two women in cardigans approach the display of pans where Nicole is posing. I mean, he is offering his sagely advice. You might as well help him out a little bit. But then again, not really. Then again, you really don't want to help an old man. But if it's Ryan, oh, anything for you, Ryan. All right, and I gotta stop. And again, Ryan is her boyfriend, but it's kind of annoyingly irksome that she's so nice to Ryan. But to the rest of them, she's like, ah, thanks for helping me out. You know what I mean? Like specifically me and Ryan is for me. It's like me. I want me. If it's not me, it has to be Ryan and me. If not, Uncle Ned and me can never be, right? Whatever. Can't you see? It's all about me. Not about Nicole, the face of Fars. About Fixie, the face of Fars. Me. All right. Look at me be. Me. All right. Well, I say playing for time. We haven't worked out all the details. I'm speaking. I watched the two women in cardigans approach the display of pans where Nicole is posing. They peer around Nicole and the pans for a few moments. Then one of them says, "Excuse me, can I have a look?" "I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a photo shoot," replies Nicole impatiently. "Oh," says one of the women, looking discomfited. "Well, could we just." Damn, bro. Holy shit. This is how old people start arguments. Here we go. It is quite important. Nicole cuts her off. TikTok generation. Here we go. Nicole, could you go and look at something else first? Holy shit. She just do that at Fars. Oh shit, here we go. This down. My jaw sags in horror. That's a customer. I'm about to hurry over and say to Nicole, "Oh my god, Mr. Krabs, calm down. The customer's always right." But yeah, we get it though. She's right. Alright, let's get on with it now. What do you think you're doing? When I see Uncle Ned behind me, I'll just take a few more bits and pieces. He says happily, reaching for a nightcup. Now, Fixie, do you stock such a thing as a toast rack? I'm Uncle Ned. About the family and friends discount, I begin, but I'm cut off by Jake striding back onto the short floor. See, this is the thing. Vixie makes herself a victim. If she was fast enough, she'd be able to not have these situations in the first place. She doesn't talk to them exclusively separately. She's just thinking about Ryan and her fuckboys. So it's like, if you had your head on straight, you would have your family set up already before this book even started and not complaining, or else you would never talk to them. Just leave it simple as that. But you give these people the time of day when they should not even have the time to care about you. Like, what are you trying to get at here? Like, you're the victim and they're the problem. It makes me sick how books like this are made, man. Fuck off. Like, oh yeah, it's a Disney show. Like, I'm making a movie about life and whatever community and what I have to do, put up with. Oh, I gotta cry my internal thoughts to the fucking world to see. I'm such a scumbag, but I will never admit it that I'm delusionally in love with some guy that doesn't even care that much about me because I'm just fucking a fucking flop, fucking disc failure who keeps broken disc and broken record, keeps going on and on about some bullshit about like, oh, he's coming back, but I can't get help. Here we go though. But I need my feelings to be heard. But theirs, oh, they don't care. Okay. Okay. The whole place clearly needs a rethink. He's saying maybe they could channel the fucking roots to make them actually more efficient so that she won't have to turn around in a web of fucking delusion in her head and a web of lies that she keeps spinning herself into in the shop. All right, though. He's saying airily to Bob. Imagine she like gets them leashes and starts shocking them electric collars and shit. That's what she seems like she might want to do sometimes. Or go crazy the fuck out sometimes. All right, he looks a bit freaked out. I think the priority has got to be a hardwood floor, don't you? A hardwood floor priority, Greg. Nicole suddenly screeches, "Not like that! Don't you know anything about Instagram? You fancy the guy next door?" Greg is reading aloud from a questionnaire, looking utterly perplexed. What do you do about it? 1. Look him up on Tinder. Blood is thumping through my temples as I look from Morag, peering at her questionnaire to Nicole, who's trying to balance the saucepan on her outstretched fingers while Greg takes a photo. I turned to gaze at Uncle Ned, still contentedly filling his basket up with our stuff. Then Jake, who is now talking to Bob about the Ralph Lauren look. I don't know where to start. Bruh, you're the one who's making a big deal out of other people's lives. If you let someone into your life, then you have to deal with the bullshit they bring you to. This is why I don't really have many friends. It's not because I don't like people, because I can't stand them bringing their idiocy into my fucking space. Imagine living with someone who's just gonna jerk off in your fucking mirror. You look up, you have to see the jizz stains of or the bad breath that they leave in the room. You're like, what is this shit? Why do I have to deal with this guy's shitting in my room and not flushing or some shit? Right? No, just either correct or don't take the disrespect. Like, just walk away. But don't bring them into their store. They don't add anything of profit to the value. Like Big Sean says in the song, I don't want your 2 cents if it ain't going towards the bills. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know where to start. I think I'm going a bit mad. Hey, Fixie. I mean, it's not about being a bad dude, but you gotta get that shit in your head. Be rude sometimes. You gotta be the attitude because they take they take it all if they want to. You know. Hey, Fixie. Comes Stacy's sardonic voice in my ear. I see you act like you're the fucking chosen one or some shit. You're the one that can't be talked down to. But then everyone else has to put up with your fucking trash. Like, hey, how about you just let them talk how they will, and not make fun of their speech when they say things, right, bitch? Right. I know they're your family and all. I mean, even I, a musician who used to sing as a voice singer, wasn't going to people and saying, your voice sounds awful, man. You should work on your talking. You sound like an imbecile. Even if they're cringy Minecraft people who I share no opinions in common with, because they're so deluded that they're so fucking cute and that they're nice and can do no wrong, and they're so like irksome that they're like, you didn't get it right, bruh. I think you're a creep weirdo. Even then, I'm like, I'm not saying your voice is the death of human race. Like, even if their voice is broken in half, it doesn't matter. A voice is something you cannot avoid or control. You have to just let it be what it is. It's like YouTube ads. They're almost inevitable. It's not like you're gonna get rid of them just by complaining about them. Some things just don't change at all, you know. But then again, let's keep reading. I know they're your family and all. She pauses and leans closer, but they're shit. Oh, hey, let her talk shit about her family. You can be a little more subtle about it, can't you? All right, here we go, then. For a flushed moment, I don't know how to respond. No, they're not. I retorted at last, trying to sound convinced. That's totally there. I wince as Nicole drops the saucepan with a clatter and exclaims, oh, it's dented now. Greg, get another one. Well, maybe they're misguided, misled. You know, you can always teach a dog tricks or something like that. You can always put your faith in someone if they're not like that far gone in some way. Like you can at least make them a more competent, reliable person in terms of like getting schemes out of the way, or just not banging things in half, right? Like they may just feel like they're not in the right headspace of not being awkward and absent-minded. Like Nicole didn't drop the pans maybe one time. Or you shouldn't just judge them for not being inclusive to what you think is the intruder in the scheme of what you want to make in life, right? Here we go though. Look at them, says Stacy unmoved. They don't know anything about fires. All I'm saying is you better watch out. I mean, like you act like they're like trying to be a nuisance, and that's the thing. It's like what? So it makes you a better guy. Just because they don't know shit doesn't mean that they're not exclusive to get in the VIP section. If they try hard enough, one day they can do the same things. Although it might take them longer because they're not hotter than you, doesn't mean they can't try to get things done right or even in their own way, man. Because it's not a concrete path, but oh, I don't know. I don't know what this saying means, but all roads lead to Rome. I don't know. You just make sure you get the job done right with the right intentions in mind. And hopefully it works out well, although it might not always, but you don't just call someone shit for trying at all. Like, you just like let them live their life. If they choose to do what they want, you tell them not agreeable with you. Maybe like you don't agree with them. You see them, and you're like, and you don't call them shit for just doing what they can, like doing their job, like doing things in general. Like that's not how it works. Like you gotta like feel out the situation, not with feelings, but just scope it. You know, get the shit straight, not just shit. And nothing gets done. It becomes a shit match, throwing shit throwing party. I don't know what it is. But like they peck each other and shit. Like whatever. Let's move on. When I get home that evening, I'm bone weary. It's been exhausting trying to wrangle each member of the family. In turn, wrangle. See, this is the words you use. Like wrangle. What are they? Fucking animals? Dogs on a leash or horses? What is this shit? You act like they're domestic cats and you're trying to put them on a leash and make them go for a walk with you. They can't be that stubborn, can they? What the fuck? Don't you have like the speed to talk to people? Or is speed walking or skipping against the etiquette in your workplace job? Why don't you call your mom and tell her about the fucking problems? Not, I don't want to worry, mom. Well, guess what? You have to do things the right way. If not, you're going to overwhelm yourself and then you'll help the no one. What the fuck's the point of being a dumbass if you're going to be a nuisance about it? Dumb shit. See, like, god damn. Uncle Ned was offended to the core that I thought he was only trying to purloin goods for free. Purloin. See, you're like calling him a petty thief, and don't talk to your uncle. Why do you make these things so complex? Just don't bring them to your place. You don't want to have missing space, right? You know, stuff, time. Feed them the grains and leave them in pain. Like that's your mentality, bro. You put a dog in a kennel and you say he's happy, or you put a horse in a stable and you say, "Oh, he's glad to be in an obstacle course while I ride him like a fucking bitch all day, and make him do whatever the fuck I want him to do, the horse step trick shit." Oh, he's glad he's jumping over fences and getting his legs hurt when he falls on his face while I whip him around, while I make him dance like acting like I'm not gonna get kicked by him, even though he's stronger than me and he can thrash me around like a rag doll. Oh, yeah, I'm building a bond with you, you wild animal with no conscience, and then you treat you with love, and you're gonna have mindset that we're really best friends, and you communicate me with on a spiritual level, and we're so close that we can feel each other's conscious and shit. Oh, you treat me with respect. You're an animal. You deserve more respect than people. Well, you said not to put you on a leash and put you in quarantines. Yeah, subvert you. Or just like, oh, I'm gonna pet you. See, not overt to me. Pet you and make you feel like one of the guys of the fam. Oh yeah, you're a horse. You don't get to say that. So I just pet you and we're friends now, right? Ugh. Alright. Naturally, he'd only meant a 40% discount. Then explained that our discount is 20%, whereupon his mouth curled up and he put back the teapot and tablecloth. Greg and Morag finally completed their psychological questionnaires. They then rigorously disputed the results. Morag, in particular, was highly offended to be told that she was a goat. Offended? Like, what is all this offended shit? Like, can you just not be so blunt and mean then? You're just like calling people out. Offended. Like, what are you, a valley girl? I am so offended. Like, what the fuck? Well, Eminem says this. I find you offensive for finding me offensive. All right, enough. Damn. All right. It didn't spiraling out. It didn't help that Nicole started her spiel by saying the goat is what we call a negative personality. So you might want to work on your positive qualities, Morag. Morag went all pink and huffy, but Nicole didn't even notice. Meanwhile, what is this fucking? What's that nursery rhyme? On them bridges falling down, something something. We all fall down or some shit. I'm getting mad about what this fucking thought process of someone else. It's a thought process about what they think about you. Wow, big whoop, dude. Meanwhile, they didn't. Greg had looked all the profiles up online and decided he wanted to be a lion. But Nicole said he couldn't be a lion. He was the opposite of a lion. Whoa. So he answered the whole questionnaire again, with different answers, but he still wasn't a lion. He was a pony, whereupon he sulked for the whole rest of the day. I'm sure all this personality stuff makes sense with a trained, tactful person doing it, but Nicole isn't trained or tactful. All she's achieved is to upset people. Only, of course, I couldn't say anything negative in public, so I filled one out myself and listened while Nicole explained it to me. I can't even remember what I was. Maybe a panda? Stacey refused to do hers. She said, I know which personality I am already. I'm stroppy bitch. We were trying to look at how Nicole's yoga class was going to work and nearly had a massive row in public because all she kept saying was, "You promised me space, Fixie. You promised me space." They didn't seem to have any idea where the space should come from. We compromised in the end by getting rid of the leisure section, reducing the baking section, and having the glassware, but it's not ideal. At least I managed to talk to Jake out of booking hardwood flooring companies to come and quote next week, but I gave him over the relaunch. He wants to throw a party and invite cool people and influencers and put Fars on the map. I mean, whatever. If you can get some cool people to come along to Fars, then good luck to him. I dumped my bag and jacket in the hall, into the kitchen, and stopped in delight. Ryan is sitting at the table. Oh, you're delighted now, aren't you? See, three fucking chapters, and now you're delighted in 3 seconds. It kind of creeps me out a little bit, don't you think? It's a little weird, don't you think? Weirdo, weirdo. Ooh. Whatever, let's get on with this book ass shit. Alright. Ryan is sitting at the table, drinking a beer. He's drinking a beer, but he can drink a beer because he's cute. Watching the news on our tiny TV and scrolling down his phone. He's so humble, scrolling on his phone. Probably text another woman. Guess what? It don't matter to you because you're so infatuated by this guy. You don't even care about what he does. He looks so at home. Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, but Uncle Ned doesn't. And now he's mooching off you, right? I feel a bubble of joy expand inside me. He's here. Honestly, thought, what is he? Fucking Prince Charm? What's his name? Ariel's boyfriend from fucking Little Mermaid? God damn. Well, I didn't know what to think. He was so casual when we said goodbye the other night. I was afraid he might already be moving on. So somehow these last 2 days, I forced myself not to text him constantly, but to play it cool. Wait for him to make the next move, and it's worked. Oh my gosh. Sure. Play it casual. Force yourself not to text him. Yeah, that's your real personality. Really, you're faking that you don't like the guy, but you actually are obsessed with him. That's kind of weird. If I'm obsessed with someone, I'm gonna tell them, yo, I really like you. I'm not gonna hold back how much I like you. I want to scream it to the fucking hill on Mount Everest to everyone in the world. Like, I don't care. Even if there's no signal up there, I'm still gonna say it. I'm gonna tattoo it to the fucking, you know, stuff that I need to put it on, right? It is what it is. All right, hi, I say. I'm trying to sound casual, but my voice is giddy with relief. Didn't expect you tonight. Oh my gosh. Nicole let me in, he says, standing up. I thought you'd get back earlier. We had a crisis over a damaged delivery, I say apologetically. You tied me up. She didn't say anything about that before. Whatever, though. Who cares? No biggie, he smiles. You're here now. He pulls me into his arms, and I close my eyes, almost swooning as our mouths meet. I didn't realize how desperate I was for him. The touch of him, the scent of him, the hair, himness of him. He kissed her after that bullshit. I guess maybe he still likes her and he doesn't see that she's weird. Yeah. Maybe he's just kissing her out of just doing it. Some people just forget. Men forget more commonly than women. Like, women keep things on records because they fall in love like crazies. Whereas men, they're not afraid of abuse documented because, we're not like to be abused. So it is what it is, though. Men don't have to fight for their rights in a sense. Women complain about it all the time. It is what it is, right? We're not gonna like come in at each other's throats here, though. It's been so long since I had a proper boyfriend. Not that I would admit to him, to him. Um, and who said you guys were steady like that, though? Maybe you're just kissing me like a side chick. I don't know what she's trying to say about him. Boyfriend. This girl said boyfriend. It reminds you of that Shotgun Willie or Young Nugget song. It's like, thanks for sending me chocolates. I knew all to my boyfriend. He ate them all. He's like, boyfriend, what the fuck? Whatever though, let's not get into that shit. Alright. No incel references here. It's just funny. Proper boyfriend. Proper boyfriend. Like she says it like proper. Like what? He's a proper gentleman. Just say proper gentleman or real boyfriend. Don't say proper boyfriend. They don't mix together. Those two aren't interchangeably exclusive. It kind of creeps me out. Alright, let's get on with it. This is the difference between John Mayer and Ryan Seacrest. John Mayer tells it how it is. Ryan Seacrest will tell you, maybe not. You know what I mean? And then some people, I know I'll probably get canceled for saying this, but like Fedmeister, they'd be like, oh, maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Drop top with the drop shop. Yeah, but it is what it is. All right. So, how's it going? I draw back and survey his face. How's the job? The only two texts I've sent Ryan was wishing him luck with the job, and then asking him how his first day went. He didn't reply to either, but I figured he was super busy because he doesn't care. It's great. His face creases into a smile. His face creases into a smile. He doesn't just smile directly. Creases into a smile. He's not like that into you, dude. Couldn't be better. Maybe he's just saying it to say it. But what did he even work on? Do you even have any specifics on what he enjoyed about it? No, you're saying that he liked it. Fantastic. I see in delight. So you like the work? Nobody says emphatically, and I think it'll be good at it. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I get what they're trying to do. What we're trying to do. He corrects himself a little self consciously, and I give him another hug. This is all even better than I hoped. What do you think? He's a retard or something? I'm so happy I murmur against his shoulder. That'd make me shudder. Bitch just knows him for 2 days and now she's all on him, obsessed with him. Like maybe you knew him for like 2 decades, but 2 years out of those 2 decades doesn't mean you are close, long friends. It's like you know of someone for a long time, but you don't know them well. I really hoped it would work out. And is Seb a good boss? I ask it more for form's sake than anything else. And I'm surprised when Ryan stiffs slightly. He's fine, he says after a pause. He's okay. Only okay. I mean, he liked you, what's your name? Pixie. He didn't like Ryan. Yeah. Well, okay, I feel a tad disappointed. I don't know why, but I assumed Seth would be a great boss. You assume too much and you accept too little, projecting your little shenanigan games, right? No, he's great. Ryan backtracks. He's fine. He's all good. All good. I just smile and I automatically return him, but I'm still preoccupied. So what's the issue? I can't help probing. What the fuck is an issue? He said he's okay. He's fine. What? Only okay. What's okay? Like, bro, you act like he's not talking about a girl. He's talking about some boss. What is the boss supposed to be obsessed with him or some shit? He's fine. Fine is fine. Okay is fine. You're saying okay to something, it means generally a decent thing. It's not like what. So if I say this girl's okay, it's not objectifying. Maybe it's not a problem per se. You're making it into a problem. Like I'm saying, this mirror is okay. It's a little broken, but it's okay. It doesn't matter if it's broken or not. It's still a mirror. Calm the fuck down, dude. But sure, I mean, if you're talking about a close relationship with a girl, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, things are okay, then yeah, it's fine. But if it's saying this relationship is okay, I could be settling for more, doing better. It depends on the context, but for the most part, it's not a bad thing to say. Calm the fuck your tits down, man. Not your tits, dick down. I mean, balls. Not being a misogynist. I'm just saying the double standards. All right. Get it back in your. Oh, whatever. Disappointed for Seb? What is he, your boyfriend? Not your boyfriend's opinion? No, Seb's opinion matters more. My gosh, bro, sheesh with this girl, dude. Kind of gross how she insinuates bullshit like that. He's like trying to spin the story around. Like, what do you got an agenda on this shit, man? Let the man talk his ops, man. So what's the issue? I can't help probing. Nothing. Ryan brushes it off. I shouldn't have said anything. He's great, but I persist. I know there's a but, and I have to know what it is. The drama queen. My gosh, this girl never got past high school. I mean, middle school, whatever. Gives a shit. Okay, writing sales. Well, I guess there's a bit of tension. Tension is there. Why would there be tension? Not everything is black and white, Fixie. I don't know if she gets that shit. I don't know. It's tricky. Ryan hesitates as though marshaling his words. The thing is, people in the office are coming to me asking my opinion, and Seth doesn't like it. Ryan wins. I think he's threatened. Why would Seth be threatened by you? I say astonished. Why not? The world is like that. It's a dong eat dong world, dumb bitch. Don't you think? Fucking you're asking, why would he be threatened by you? Imagine asking a professional gunman why a beginner player that knows how to use a gun would be threatened even if he never met him before. They get put in the same rank. Or like a black belt asking a black belt why a white belt would be threatened. Sure, they're in the same fucking dojo, but which one has more experience? Even if he came from a different dojo altogether and he's not even in the ranks in this dojo, he's still way more experienced or way more in there, if you will. What the fuck you mean threatened? Or just he comes up in his spot. He's like massive. Imagine a gnome getting beat up by Brock Lesnar and saying, "Oh, I wasn't threatened though. Brock Lesnar's just very, very strong and he could kill me in one look." Not threatened though. I wasn't afraid I would die. I just knew I would die. But I wasn't threatened because he wasn't hurting me. He was just strangling me till I died. Alright. What's that be threatened by you? I say astonished. He set up his own investment company. I mean, you act like Ryan's a threat here. Well, maybe not. Insinuate that. He set up his own investment company. Why wouldn't he? Okay, that's good for him. You don't know anything about investment, so he learns quick. And your point is, maybe he does in a way, and you're not like letting him know specifically, like what you think and feel, like about what he does and things. How could you be a threat? You assume too much about others' own capacities to learn. Like, just 'cause you don't have a degree in something doesn't mean you don't know shit about them. Like, you may know 10 years worth of experience of someone who even has a degree, and they may have like five, and they have a degree. Guess what? Because you knew what the studies, what those things were, without even knowing. Maybe you got classified intel. You don't have a degree formally, but you might know much more than the fucking person who does. Man, genius. Like Albert Einstein. What degrees did he have? What the fucking motherfucking genius. I don't know. I have a flashback to Seven, his office, his open manner, his laugh. He doesn't seem like he would be threatened by anyone. He seems like Seven would be interested in all viewpoints. If they benefit him, maybe to help him. He helped you because maybe he liked how you look, baby. But maybe Ryan's a different story. You know Ryan. Ryan's Ryan. All right. You guys are different people, you can see.